Hello, everybody. What's going on? This is Andrew, and I'm jumping into another draft here on Firewood Gaming. After the last draft, where we got like 6 or 7 on-color rares and just had a really absurd black-red deck, I'm feeling pretty excited to jump into another draft. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. Obviously, can't expect every draft to go as well as the last one did. But let's see what we can make happen here. So our rare here is Vanquish the Horde, which is the sweeper in the set. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. It's a pretty good card. We've got Cathar's Call, which makes a 1/1 at the end of every of your turns. This card's not great. Loyal Griff is fine. Mysterious Tome is pretty good. I think Ecstatic Awakener is very good. If we want to be black, only 1 green card in the pack is pretty bad. Burn the Accursed is okay. I'm not sure what to do here. Part of me wants to take Vanquish the Horde because it is a decent card. Part of me wants to take Ecstatic Awakener because I like being in the black decks. Let's take Vanquish the Horde and see what happens. I don't know. I'm not sure, but let's take it and see where we end up with. So we've got 3 multicolor uncommons. There's the white-blue Disturb Lord, if you want to call it that. 2 mana, 2/1 on the front side. 3 mana, 3/1 flyer on the back side. Hungry for More, I don't like at all. Dawnheart Wardens is interesting. It gives all your creatures +1/+0 until end of turn, which can be really powerful if you're an aggressive green-white deck. I don't really want to be that deck, though. Candle Trap is a decent removal spell. And then we've got some okay blue and black cards here. So I'm wondering if I want to take Candle Trap and try to be... and not pick my second color until later, or if I take the Devoted Graphkeeper, or like the Revenge of the Drowned and try to be white-blue. I think I'll just take the Candle Trap. Taking removal early is not usually a bad thing, and we'll see where we end up. So here, Baneblade Scoundrel is a 4 mana 4/3. Whenever it becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1. On the backside, it's a 5/4, has that same ability, and whenever a creature blocking it dies, that creature's controller loses 1 life. This card's pretty good. Sunrise Cavalier is really good. And then we've got a bunch of okay cards. Broodweaver's pretty good too. I wonder if it could be like a red-white control deck. I think I'll take the Sunrise Cavalier. It's a really powerful card on its own. It's the best card in the pack, in my opinion, and we'll just see where we go from here. So now we've got some decent blue cards again. Or I guess Revenge of the Drowned is decent. Arrogant Outlaw's fine. All these red cards are like pretty medium, but Silverbolt's pretty good. 3 damage for 4 mana is a little expensive, but since you get to pay it over multiple turns, and most decks don't have a 1-drop, this card's fine. And the fact that it just nukes a werewolf from orbit is pretty good. But then there's also this Evolving Wilds. And having good mana is pretty good too. I think I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds here, since I don't really know where I want this deck to go. And I think taking mana fixing can be pretty important. So here we have Search Party Captain, which draws a card. So it's just a 2 mana 2/2. Hopefully you can cast it for 3, and it draws you a card. I like this card. We've got some red spells that are just okay. I'd play the Electric Revelation. But then we've also got Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Removal spells are usually good. Search Party Captain's fine. I'm not sure what to do here. I think I'm going to take the Search Party Captain. Just kind of solidify myself into this white deck. But I don't know. Dire Strain Rampage is a 3-mana card that destroys an artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller can search for up to 2 basics. Otherwise, they search for a basic. So it's kind of like Assassin's Trophy if it hits an artifact or enchantment. And if it hits a land, you can use it to ramp yourself, which is kind of cool. There's a Rotten Reunion here, but I think I'm just going to take the Silver Bolt. I was just talking about how I think this card's totally fine. It's another late Candle Trap. It seems like there are decent white cards that are coming through these packs. And there are some good red creatures here. Or, I think Falconwrath Perforator, I should say, is a decent creature. So red might be open, green might be open. I'll just keep taking the removal spells for now and figure out how I'm going to win the game later. It's a decent way to draft a deck. If you can get enough good removal, you can figure the rest out later. Now with Vanquish the Horde, obviously it gets cheaper if there are more creatures on the battlefield. But cards like Morning Patrol get a little bit better because if I'm killing a bunch of creatures, including my own, having things to cast later on is pretty good. That being said, there's an Ardent Elementalist here, which rebuys an instant or sorcery. I think that card's better than Morning Patrol, so I think I'll take it. Yeah. Now, obviously this can't get back Candle Trap or Silverbolt, but if I get a card like, if I get any red removal, it's going to be good there. So here, I get another Search Party Captain, and I might play a Homestead Courage, depending on how my deck looks later on. Raise the Effigy, Flare of Faith. Flare of Faith might be good if I end up in a mostly humans deck. Jack-o'-lantern. Now let's take Flare of Faith. So we've got some tricks and some good things to do later on. Don't think we'll play a second Flare of Faith, but maybe we will. So now we just need some good early creatures, and the deck's looking pretty okay. Yeah, it looks like red is open. I don't like either of those cards very much. Same with that one. Oh, nice. I got the rare. I'll take it. Okay. So there's a Sunset Revelry, which can be good. There's a Spellrune Painter. There's a Blessed Defiance. There's also a Tainted Adversary. So it's a 2-mana 2/3 Death Touch, and when it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 and a black any number of times. When you do, this comes in with that many +1/+1 counters, and you get twice that many zombies with Decayed. This card's pretty good. And even though I've been taking more red cards than black cards, I'm not like super solidified into red as my second color. So I think I'm going to speculate on this really powerful mythic here and see where we get. These other cards are fine, but they're not amazing. So white-black might be where I want to be. And after taking that, I get a pack with basically no red cards and a good removal spell. Denick is nice, and there's a world where I could have been a Denick deck, but I kind of passed that up. So I'm going to take the foul play here and see where we go. There's also an Evolving Wilds and a Soul Guide Gryff that I'd like to get back. Well, there's an Angel Fire Ignition, which is a powerful card. Well, now I'm wondering if I should try to play all these cards. If I can get enough Evolving Wilds. There's nothing else here that I really want. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Necrosynthesis. I'd play a Blood Pact, I guess. I'll take it. We're still figuring out what we're doing. There's a Midnight Ambush. There's a Seize the Storm. I don't think we're really a Seize the Storm deck. So we'll take the Midnight Ambush, and I'll play some Soul Guide Gryphs if I get them back later. There was a Bewitched Scob there too. Yeah, there's a Defenestrate. There's a bunch of good blue cards going this way. So I'd imagine the person on my right's getting hooked up with a good blue deck. This pack's not quite as good, but there is an Immolation and an Electric Revelation. I think I'll take the Revelation here. Oh, nice. Another Dire Strain Rampage. There's also a Shady Traveler, which might be my pick. Yeah. I'm not playing Lunarch Veteran. I don't really want any of these cards. This is kind of a crappy pack. I guess I'd I don't love it. I don't love it. I think I still like Thraben Exorcism, but maybe it's not as good as it was early on in the format. I'll take it. We'll see. Nice. I'm super happy to pick up the Soul Guide Gryph. And probably will play this Blood Pact over Blade Brand, yeah. Tavern Ruffian might make the deck. Okay. So now we're more of a white-black deck. And we've got 3 red cards that are pretty okay. So let's just see what else we end up with, I guess. It's been kind of a strange draft, I will admit. Well, I'm glad we're playing white. Sigardian Savior is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, return up to 2 creatures with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this can pick up the Tainted Adversary. I guess that's the only cheap creature I have right now. But I think this is good. If you can get other creatures out of it, it's going to be pretty good. There's an Ecstatic Awakener here also, and a Gryph, and a Strongkirk Blood Thief. But we'll take the Mythic, because we will try to pick up some cheaper creatures in this pack. And we'll go from there. Champion of the Perished? Do I have any zombies? I have one other zombie. There's also a Novice Occultist. What's my other zombie? The Tainted Adversary? I think I'm happy picking up the Champion of the Perished and just seeing if I get there on zombies. There's a bunch of cards in this pack that I wouldn't mind wheeling. Like, most of them. So, we'll take this and see where we go. I'd like I'd like a dual land in this deck, but this is the wrong dual land. Diregraphed Horde is good, so is Hobbling Zombie. This Evolving Wilds looks interesting too to play these cards. Do I take the Horde? I think I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds actually, and see if I can play these red cards. There's a red card that might be worth playing. Or do I just go for the Siege Zombie? It's probably the Siege Zombie. It's a disciplined pick, I want to say. Yeah. That's a tough one. Here, we're not playing vampires, so we're not taking this. There's the Hobbling Zombie. There's the Novice Occultist. We don't really have any sacrifice synergies, right? No. So I think I'd rather have the Hobbling Zombie. So I'm taking Flesh Taker, but I want Rockfall Veil for my collection. I'm running out of wild cards. But I'll take the Flesh Taker because it's the better pick for the draft. Another Search Party Captain's fine. There's also No Way Out. And honestly, maybe the No Way Out's the pick over the third Search Party Captain. Yeah, I'd buy that. Cathar Commando, Bat Whisper. Honestly, having access to one of these effects is pretty good. Let's do that. Okay, I'm happy to get another Griff. Maybe we'll play the Witch, I'm not sure. Another Hobbling Zombie or another Search Party Captain. I think at this point I'd rather have the Hobbling Zombie. It's close though. Yeah, I'll take a Silversmith. Okay. We've got to make a couple cuts here, but I'm decently pleased with how this draft went. Alright, let's see. So these are the red cards we have. And we've got the Champion of the Perished with 5 zombies. The zombies are the Siege Zombie, the Tainted Adversary, the 2 Hobbling Zombies, and the Champion itself. But the Hobbling Zombies each represent 2 zombies. And then we've got No Way Out, which makes a zombie also. Gavany Silversmith makes my creatures bigger. I'm hoping these are 3-drops. Might mean I can cut the Shady Traveler. Yeah, I don't think I need it. I think I do want to try to play these red cards. They're gonna be awkward, but they're powerful, and I'm hoping that will be okay. So we've still got to make a couple cuts. Probably one of these 2-drop creatures can go away. It's probably the Witch. Do I want Flare of Faith? I've got 7 humans. I usually don't love combat tricks in Limited, but Flare of Faith is an okay one. What else am I doing? Okay, I'll cut the Flare of Faith. I'll cut... I don't know what else to cut. I like having the 2 Griffs and the Savior at the top end. Vanquish the Horde is a reset button. Silversmith and Elementalist both seem fine. I've got plenty of spells that I wouldn't mind picking up, like the Foul Play, the Defenestrate, the Blood Pact, another Angel Fire Ignition, No Way Out. Those are all fine to pick up. Silver Bolt. I like Silver Bolt. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a Search Party Captain. And maybe it is the Silver Bolt. I like Silver Bolt, but maybe I don't need it. Sure, let's try it like this. I have no idea if this is going to be good or not, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, let's get into this first game. This hand seems okay. Almost really good. I think I'll keep it though. I've got a removal spell for their first creature. And then Got 4 red sources in the deck. I'll find one, maybe. Okay. I would not mind just drawing lands for the foreseeable future. Super okay with that block. I did not have any zombies in my hand. That thing was not going to get much bigger than that. Huh. Let's just run out Flesh Taker and pass. Part of me wants to Candle Trap this, but I don't think it's like that big of a threat to do that to. It does get to start getting in for some damage here, but it's not the end of the world. Now I'm wondering if I foul play it and draw a card. I kind of think that's what I'm doing here. It's not the best. It's kind of awkward. But I have the Gryph in hand for next turn if they don't cast this immediately. And they're not. So that's fine. Then they'll draw a card with their Tome. Okay, if I find an untapped land, I get to play the Gryph and eat that. That's pretty good. No Way Out would be a decent card to play this turn also. Cool. So we'll play the Gryph. We'll eat their Morning Patrol. Get in for 2. Oh no, did my internet just die? No. Okay. So this thing is a 2-mana 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, you loot, and then if you discard a spirit or a card with Disturb, you get this gets a counter. I really wonder how powerful this card might be. Okay, they've got Dennick. We know that Dennick's pretty good. We've played with Dennick before. Let's play a land. Come on, game. What's going on? And let's try to make them discard their last 2 cards. Okay, it was just lands, but that's fine. I want to exile Dennick, I think. Let's see. Because the backside's a lot better than the front side. No attacks. Am I Candle Trapping this? Yeah. So I'm going to Candle Trap Dennick. And then we'll see what we draw next turn. There's a chance we can use Flesh Taker to sacrifice the zombie, make this a 4-power creature, and if we find like another 2-drop or something, we can have Coven turned on so we can exile Dennick. Okay, Mystic Skull turns into a 5/6. We need to be ready to deal with that. Just a swamp. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, there's a mountain on top of our deck. We'll leave that there. So Candle Trap says prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creature. But it still takes damage. So I guess I'll just smash for 4. If I was going to do that, I forgot what Flesh Taker said. I should have done that on upkeep. And then I could have, like, played Angel Fire Ignition or something. Okay. Gale Drifter is gonna play here. Go to combat. They'll probably tap down my Gryph this turn. Yep. No attacks. And now we'll play Sunrise Cavalier. And pass. And we'll see what they do this turn. Kind of hoping they don't have spells to cast, so it becomes nighttime, and I can put a counter on something. Okay, Mending. Gain 2, draw 2. And discard 2. discard a land and that thing. Okay. That gets a counter. Okay, sure. 1/1 birds that can only block flyers. Yep. Now it's my turn. This just filters mana, right? Yeah. Ooh, found the commando. Okay. So now I can go ahead and Angel Fire Ignition on the Griff. Which is going to put it up to a 5 power creature. And then I can use the ability on Candle Trap. So we'll do that. We'll go to combat. We'll smash with this one. It has trample. That's one of the things Ignition gives. Also gives lifelink. We don't need to do this right this second. We'll pass the turn. I want to be able to Cathar Commando. Oh no. They can kill my thing. And there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. I guess I can eat it. Yep. I'm not sure which of their spells I want to eat with my Cathar Commando. We'll go ahead and activate Candle Trap here. Yep, they gain a life. Is this attacking? No. So I think I'll just chill. This can attack as a 4/4. I'm wondering about just not doing anything this turn so I can get a trigger on the Cavalier. And then I can blow up the Mysterious Tome. That still leaves Mystic Skull to deal with, though. Or I cast this on Cavalier, make it a 5/5. Smash. These two things block it? No, I'm just gonna chill. No attacks. End turn. It's gonna be nighttime now. I'll make Cavalier a 4/4. And then I'm gonna go Commando on end step, and then sacrifice it to destroy their Icy Manipulator. Strange that they're attacking, because this can still block. I just don't know why they haven't activated it yet. Sure. Oh, one less to cast for each creature you attacked with. I thought it just said if you attacked with a creature. Okay. Now, are they going to cast another spell this turn? That's the question. Playing land's kind of weird because they have the looting effect in their graveyard. We're going to flash in the Commando here. I'm going to use it to tap down, or to destroy the Icy Manipulator. Oh, and that triggers Flesh Taker. That's kind of sweet. Didn't realize it did that. Yeah, I'll leave Search Party Captain on top. That's fine with me. my turn. So I can make Flesh Taker a 4/4, which is probably not worth attacking into. I think I'm just going all in on the Sunrise Cavalier. Combat. Hit you with this thing. Damage. Then I've got my own search party captain. This is the second spell I'm casting, so I'm going to flip it back to daytime. We'll play Evolving Wilds and we'll pass. They're going to flip the skull, yeah. We'll put a counter on the Flesh Taker, I think. Yep. Their deck's kind of sweet. They've got the Roost flashback thing going on. They've seen a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They've seen 12 of their lands. I guess they've cast Looting twice, though. That's part of it. Cast Looting twice, cast this, drawn a couple cards with Tome. Must be a tough choice. We're getting close to, like, a bit of a stalemate here. It had to discard 2 spells, wow. Survivor plus Organ Hoarder. Okay. When this enters, they mill 2. We got a Soul Guide Gryph and a land. They're going to keep hitting with their flyers, okay. Land, and now they're going to do that. So let's fetch first. We'll fetch up Plains. We don't need our second red mana. We might as well do this. Just scry. Yes, we will leave that on top. And we'll leave that on top because we get back our Cathar Commando and our Champion of the Perished. And yeah, I get to take this off the battlefield. And then if this attacks, it trades with their board. Seems good to me. That and that. Play the swamp. This should do this now. It's a great card to have on top of my deck. Yeah, we'll attack with both of these. Because I don't mind sacrificing my board to make Flesh Taker lethal. Yeah. Not my whole board, but like Champion of the Parish at least I can sacrifice to Flesh Taker. Triple block Flesh Taker? Now the question is, do I even want to kill the Graph Keeper? I want to kill the other two for sure. But do I even kill Graphkeeper? So on the back, it can only block flyers. These can only block flyers? Yeah, I think we will. So we'll sacrifice champion, gain a life scry one, and we'll sacrifice search party captain. Go. Oh, sure, they gain a bunch of life. Then they get to play this as a 3-1, but it can only block flyers. This Sunrise Cavalier is just gonna keep running them over, I think. And it's gonna be easy enough to flip it back to knight one of these times. I'm at 29 too. I've gained a bunch of life just like randomly. Oh, they've got their own mythic angel. Okay. You have hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform this thing and your life total becomes 3. Okay. It's gonna be tough to beat. No blocks. So we'll play this. We'll put a counter on this and on this. I think we attack with everything here. Because this, I'll eat the Silversmith if I need to. This can attack through both things. Yeah. I think this means they're dead. I might be doing my math wrong here. They might not be dead. But I think they have to block with the Enduring Angel. Oh no, of course they don't. Yeah, that's fine. So whenever this attacks, they double their life total. So they're going to go up to 12. But I've still got lethal on board. And they're still dead to the creatures I have right now, so this has to be something good, because this can only block flyers. And this can only block flyers. Yeah. They have something that can block. Okay. Do I upkeep Scry? To look for my Defenestrate? Sack this to Scry? I think so. Candle Trap works too. Go to main phase. Oh wait, no, Candle Trap doesn't work. I'm an idiot. Oh no. Well, so I can't Candle Trap this. Because I can't exile it. It just gives it Defender. But I can Candle Trap this. And then attack. Force them to chump. Oh no, I need to read my cards. They have so many disturb spells. Come on, that's gotta be a land, right? I want it to be nighttime again so this can put a counter on something. Oh, they found another spell. Okay. Okay. So these two things get to attack. Everything else blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't kill the Cavalier. Oh, ha 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 ha. Okay. So how many times can I pay? 1, 2, just twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have 11 mana. Okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So let's do this first, I think. Yeah. I'd love to pay, and I'd love to pay. Okay, so I've got a 4/5 Death Touch and a bunch of Zombos now. So now I can attack with both of these things. This can still block, which would be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, something's got to block here. That blocks that, that blocks that. That's fine. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can go up to 10 here with Flush Taker. Oh, what a close game. I guess it's still not over yet, but these have got to be mostly lands at this point, right? Do I want Blood Pact? If I can put them to 1, it kills them. Yeah, sure, I'll keep that. Do this. Sacrifice one of these. I'm at 1. They don't have a spell, so this triggers. Oh, what a close game. What a close game, jeez. Whew. Okay. Sweet. Our opponent had a sweet deck, we had a sweet deck. That was a great battle. And after a very long game 1, let's hop into the second game with this black, white, red draft deck. This hand looks great. Got a 1-drop, a removal spell, and a spell on 3. Well, our 1-drop will not be attacking through them anytime soon, but that's fine. I guess we could try to attack. Attack, they block, and I Midnight Ambush it, but I just don't know if it's worth Midnight Ambushing this turn. Now I'm trying to figure out, do I fetch or do I hold up Ambush? Let's fetch this turn. Yeah, let's fetch our red land. Oh, they have nothing. Oh, poor opponent. Poor opponent. We'll get red. We'll play white. Do we just fire off the ignition on champion here? I think so. Because I want this thing to be able to attack. And then next turn we'll no way out. We'll make it a 4-power creature and keep smashing. Keep on smashing. Yeah, the making them discard part isn't going to do a ton, but making a Decayed Zombie is going to power up champion, so I think this is the right play still. Mostly want to make a zombie here. But we'll do the rest also. Ooh, they're a green deck, okay. And our next turn we'll just play the Soul Guide Gryph, and then we've already got 6 mana. Oh no! Oh, that kind of sucks. Same play. Still do this. Eat that. Can't attack past the 1/3. No, poor opponent. We'll just go ahead and do this thing on the Gryph and start smashing. Unfortunately, the zombie getting in doesn't actually help the clock at all. Good game. I'm sorry, opponent. That sucks. We've all been there. I'll take the win, but it's not a satisfying game. Alright. Game 3. Let's go. Javier? Javier? Yeah, this hand looks nice. We've got a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and at least one thing to get back with Savior later on, so... Okay. That's fine with me. Hit ya, play another zombie. It's a little unfortunate that we drew two of our red cards right then, but you know, that's how it goes. We'll just let this keep attacking us for the foreseeable future. Nice. Got our Zombie Lord after playing both zombies. It's a good sign. Okay. That's actually kind of fine, because if this dies, I'll bring it and the Siege Zombie back. No, it's not worth blocking. I was gonna say I can block, but then this goes on this. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. Oh, this thing's actually doing something? I don't think I've ever actually seen it work. Okay. I guess we're just chilling. I guess I could try to attack with Hobbling Zombie and then block with the Cathar Commando. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just chill. They are attacking with both. So, when it dies, return to the battlefield transformed under your control, attached to target creature, planeswalker, and opponent controls. If I block, does my Decayed Zombie come back first? I think their thing... Does their thing go on the stack first? Or does their thing resolve first? I can never remember which it would be. But let's just block here. That'll power up the champion. Okay. They're doing a thing. They've got a 6/5 now. Oh, okay. I'll make you discard some cards. It just had a bunch of lands, really? No, I almost feel like I'm priced into double blocking the Dread Knight. I think I will. Oh, no. They got me. Well, I get to play Sigardian Savior. And I get to get back, what, Champion plus Commando? That doesn't do it. Champion plus Siege Zombie, I guess, is better. Or Siege Zombie plus Commando. No, that's it. Okay, they're out of cards. Oh, come on. They were out of cards. And they get to start pinging away a little bit. No attacks. Mm-hmm. Okay, come on. Something good. Plains is not it. This thing's just gonna kill me. Because they can just make my Savior not block. And then doesn't all attack kill me this turn? Sacrifices a non-land permanent, then loses a life. Yeah, I understand what's happening. Come on. Oh, I can destroy it, though. It doesn't matter. Okay. We're done here. Frustrating game. Like, obviously, you could point to this and be like, this is why you shouldn't play the red cards, but I don't know. I feel like the red cards weren't the problem there. We drew three lanes in a row at the end of the game. And we had a one in... We have 4 red duels. So, like, drawing 3 lands, none of the red ones, and not a spell. It's a pretty small portion of the deck all in a row there. What do we do with this hand? If we draw Swamp, this hand actually does some things. And it's got a removal spell. I don't think we can keep it. This is better. We'll keep it. We'll put the white card back. We'll just keep the lands and spells we can cast. And curve out just like we did in the other match. Yeah, this is a fine, aggressive start. Do that. Hit for 2. We're going to make another zombie next turn. Hit for 3. Come on, play a 2/2. Yeah. Oh, I can just play the hobbling zombie and wait a turn on the no way out? Sure. Do I want to trade Siege Zombie for the Unblinking Observer? I think I'm into that. Cool. Next turn I'll get to make them discard 2 cards, and I'll make this a 4/4. Oh no! Oh, we need to get rid of the Hobbling Zombie. It's offer to trade hoppling zombies? Yeah, I didn't think so. I hope this is good for me. I have no cards, so I want them to also have fewer cards. Okay. So put a 3/4 into their library, or into their hand for them. Okay. A plains lets me candle trap and keep attacking. And they put another creature into their graveyard. Cool. I found the plains. So now I can candle trap their hobbling zombie. And attack with everything. This can chump block, but it doesn't deal any damage. And since it doesn't deal any damage, Death Touch won't work. We've had the perfect little zombie opener here. We've drawn our Vanquish the Horde just in case things go very wrong. But we're out of cards, so we'd like to draw one of our card advantage cards. The Electromancer could be good here. Okay, we get a zombie. This is a 5/5 now. So many zombies. Yeah, we've got some good draws in our deck. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Our opponent has so many more cards than I do that I'm a little scared about that. But they need lands to cast their spells. Well, they've got they've got a good land. Okay, so they're just doing that and that. I getcha. Ooh, Sunrise Cavalier is nice, though. So we'll play this. We'll see what they do. If they want to tap down the Champion of the Parish, then they'll tap everything and they'll let me attack for at least 3, maybe 5. Looks like that's what they're doing. Do I smash with this zombie? I think so. My siege zombie's already dead. I think this is a game where I'm getting a little aggro. They get to cast this turn, it looks like. So when it enters the battlefield, they can shuffle up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. So I think usually it's good to do this. So I wonder if they'll take like the Organ Hoarder, the Startle, maybe the Hobbling Zombie. Oh, just Organ Hoarder? I'd take Startle too. It cantrips and does something. I think that's a fine card to shuffle back in. Search Party Captain, huh? So I bet if I go to combat, they'll tap down the champion again and leave the 3/4 against my 4/4 or my 3/3. So then I won't attack. I can play this to draw a card, but I can do that later. I can just make it night right now and make this thing a 4/4. They've definitely slowed the game down. But since I've got the Vanquish the Horde to kind of clean things up if things go wrong for me, I'm not too upset. Okay. So we'll run out this Evolving Wild, and we'll say go to combat. It looks like they still want to tap down my champion. They do. I'd like to make it day again, but I can't do that right now. Let's fetch a plains and then play Search Party Captain. Since this thing draws me a card, there's a better chance that I can flip it back to day next turn. Oh, they had to flip the switch. Okay. And I guess they can tap this now. Sure. This Scab Wrangler's doing some work for them. We're still just staring at each other, doing a whole lot of nothing. And they're just going to tap this one down too? Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to vanquish the Horde yet. They have more cards in hand than I do. I'd like them to commit to the board a little bit more before I fire this off. They also have 6 creatures out, so this is always going to cost just 2. So we'll see if they... This is actually interesting. This gives stuff indestructible. So I can make the champion indestructible. And then vanquish the Horde? Ooh, that's interesting. I guess I'm going to flip it back to day, so maybe it's better to do it on the Cavalier and not the champion. Yeah. Let's do this. Yep. My guy's tapped combat. May I attack with my champion? Shoot. Okay. Yes! This worked! That was great. Okay, you've got a bunch of cards in your hand. Can you beat a 9/9 lifelink indestructible trampling thing? Do I go for the win or do I play it slow? I think I play it slow. And then just play the Griff. Let's take that out of their graveyard. Yes! That was great. That was so good. Awesome. Goodry, let's go into battle. I think I'm keeping this hand. It's a weird one though, because I want to fetch black with the Evolving Wilds, but I also want to fetch red. I actually think I will fetch red. And just cross my fingers that I draw black naturally. Okay. This is a 1/1. Cool. So many wolves. I didn't draw any lands. I did not see that as an option. It's just chill. And nothing interesting. But we'll Candle Trap the Wolf. And we'll draw a land eventually. Our hand is good at getting out of this. It really, really is. There we go. So what's first? Probably this thing. Combat. Hit you for 3. I've got the Angel Fire Ignition to gain some life later, so I'm not worried about that either. I'm thinking this turn I might like Foul Play plus Candle Trap, depending on what their play is here. Oh, nothing. My guy just gets bigger. Cool. I'm into that. So we'll attack. They are going to block. Deal. Uh-huh. Your thing doesn't deal damage, though. So... that's fine. I'm wondering about foul playing this. Or just playing something else. Maybe we'll go Flesh. I could flip it back to Day, which is kind of interesting. That Candle Trap. But I can do that next turn almost just as easily. So yeah, let's just like play the Flesh Taker and pass. Mm-hmm. Yep, you're still getting in there, you little wolf. Yep. I think I'm going to fetch black here. Okay. So now I can go Foul Play on the wolf plus Angel Fire Ignition on something. Or I can just Candle Trap the ghoul and play Siege Zombie. I kind of like that more. Can also do this turn. But I think I want to flip it back to Knight. So what if I go Foul Play on the wolf? And then Angel Fire Ignition, the Cavalier, smash with Cavalier. And now it's daytime. I'll put a counter on Flesh Taker. And then next turn I'm attacking with 11 points of trampoline damage. Okay, Old Stick Fingers is a 7/7. Luckily for me, I've got the Candle Trap to deal with it. So I think I'm just gonna go Candle Trap, play Siege Zombie, activate Candle Trap, and then attack. And yeah, they're pretty much dead here. They've drawn a lot of lands, which kind of sucks for them. They've got some decent creatures in their deck. The Contortionist Troop, the Tireless Hauler. they've also got 2 Snarling Wolves, and I don't like this card very much. Just doesn't have a presence on the board the longer the game goes. Wait, you have a second Old Stick Fingers? You have 2 of them? Well, luckily it doesn't matter. This gives trample, right? Yeah. So I can just give Flesh Taker trample. And then both of these attack. And this just eats this. Sure. And that'll do it. So now, seeing the second Old Stick Fingers, it makes a little bit more sense why they have random creatures in their deck. I'm a lot more into it now, now that I know what they're doing. Wandering Ace, repping the Renin 7 avatar. Yeah, I'll keep this. 2 lands, but I've got at least 2 spells I can cast with those 2 lands, and a third close by. And Soul Guide Griff is a nice creature to have later on. And of course I've got my reset button here too. So things look just fine here. I found the second planes, which is nice. That will help me cast Defenestrate if I need to, but I also just want to draw some lands to get up to Soul Guide Griff. Okay. I think I will go ahead and just zap this and keep attacking. I want to get in for some damage early. Okay. Well, we're done with that. Done getting in damage early. Yeah, we'll cast No Way Out this turn. I was gonna say, hope they discard a flashback spell because I'll be able to nab it with my Griff here pretty soon. Yeah, that gets to attack. Cool. Griff gets to come down and take care of the Shadow Beast sighting. And yeah, things are looking okay for us now. Tireless Hauler is going to eat a Defenestrate. They can't attack anymore. Siege Zombie gets to start sieging. This gets to attack. Do I play the Search Party Captain this turn? If I find a land, I get to do it all. I think so. Oh, I should have tapped differently. I found a land, not the right land. That's okay. I'll take 6 here. I'm okay with that. And then I'll Defenestrate the Tireless Hauler next turn. Oh, they didn't even want to attack with that? Yeah, sure. I'll take 4. What you got for me, opponent? Nothing. Okay, do this. I will fetch a swamp. Oh, they didn't play anything, so it's nighttime now. I see. Well, unfortunately, I guess I'll put a stop on their turn and Defenestrate now. Just in case they had like a... I think there's a couple white spells that protect creatures. Yeah, we're super well set up here. We're just going to chill. We can vanquish the Horde if we really, really need to. If things get out of control. But otherwise, we're going to attack for 3 and ping them for 1 every turn for the rest of the game. That's just what it's going to be. Ooh, they attack. Interesting. I think I'll double block the 2/4 here. Before damage, do the thing. And... Yep. Yeah, I'm okay with that. With that little trade. That's their 6th land. But they had 6 mana available already. We'll fetch again. We'll get another swamp. We don't need more than 1 red. It's always unfortunate drawing a bunch of lands after you fetch. Like, you fetch a land, you shuffle, you're like, yeah, I feel good. Just got a land out of my deck. Don't need any more. You just draw one anyways. That's how it goes. We're through a lot of our lands at this point, so hopefully we'll draw more spells than lands for the rest of the game. Yeah, I can't do anything about their 2/3 attacking me. Well, that's gonna just about do it. We'll attack for 3. And we'll get to do this twice. Yes. Pay twice, make this a 4/5, and make a bunch of zombos. And that should be GG. Sweet. And we're into Platinum 2. How about that? Nice. Spenny 12. Let's get to it. I like this hand a lot. We have one of our mountains. And we've got a creature and a removal spell and a way to draw cards. So, you know, it's all good. Opponent mulliganed. We found our 2nd mountain. And we found Sunrise Cavalier. Look at that. I love it when a plan comes together. Play this thing. I imagine they're going to kill it with Defenestrate. Yep. But you know what? You got to play your cards. You can't just not play your cards. Ooh, I was gonna... Oh, I can still do this. Okay, cool. I can attack. I can play Search Party Captain. Draw a card. I guess I technically should have fetched before I drew, but that's fine. I'd like to fetch. I'll get a swamp since I drew this plains. Yeah, okay. Sometimes just playing 2/2s can get the job done. Sure, Jack-o'-lantern. They're going to use it to draw a card. They're not drawing a card this turn? I would have thought that they were cycling to hit their land drop, but apparently not. Okay, so Elementalist can pick up Blood Pact again, which is kind of cute. And I can also just slam Soul Guide Griff. So let's attack. Let's play a Griff. Oh, can I use Elementalist to Blood Pact them for lethal next turn? I think so. If they just play blockers. Ah, shoot, it's not gonna work. Okay, I'll just do it the boring way. And they're dead. There we go. Now, I know that we have good cards in our deck, but being 6-1 right now feels kind of crazy to me. But we just keep getting decent hands like this where we have all of our mana and we've got some spells. And we're just going to keep this hand and just play cards and... Oh. Well, that's a pretty good one to start on, but this is how most of our games have gone. We just, like, have okay cards, we curve out eventually, and we just win. But our opponent's off to a really good start here, so we're going to have to be careful. They went 1-drop into 2-drop, and we don't have anything to say about that yet. So there's the attack. Okay, no 3-drop is really good for me. We can play Hobbling Zombie here. It's giving them priority, so maybe they have Midnight Slash or something. Or Moon Ragers slash whatever the Lightning Bolt is. But they did not choose to play it. Because they had Immolation instead, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So I want to start playing Gryphs as soon as I can. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack with the zombie. So I can play the Search Party Captain. I'll fetch first, get a Plains, and then play the Search Party Captain. Ooh, Sigardian Savior's actually a terrible draw right now. It doesn't do anything. It's just a worse Soul Guide Gryph. They had Cathartic Fire. Okay, I go to 6 here. The average aggro deck in this format will not be as good as our opponents here, but they get to start with a 2-mana 2/1, or a 1-mana 2/1, and then just the rest of the game was pretty easy for them. We'll see if these Gryphs can start stabilizing. I'd love to draw the sorcery that we've been using all day. Angel Fire Ignition would be a great draw here to gain me some life. Okay, this says whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, they can go find a creature in their deck. I think I blocked this. Oh, geez, it's tough. Probably block this one. Oh, they just had lethal. Cool. Okay. Well, now we're 6-2. We've got one more game to play with this deck. And we're getting into the last game with this deck. 6-2 right now. Either way, we will be done after after this game. Look at this. All of our splash cards in the opening hand, but we can actually keep this hand since we've got the Evolving Wilds. So we will do that. We'll fetch red on turn 1. Awakener is a good card. Let's fetch red. Plains on 2. We'll go Cavalier on 3. Cool. Sounds good to me. All attack. All aboard. Bait hook angler is a pretty good thing for the Awakener to eat, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if that's just what they're doing here. Looks like it. And smash for 4, yep. But they didn't cast a spell, so now it's nighttime, which is great for me. I think I just want to Angel Fire Ignition this. Just like charge, smash you for 6, gain 6, go. Yes, I'll put this on top of my deck. And actually, this is going to be great. I can play this again, attack for 3, and then play Cathar Commando, flip it back, and we'll make Cavalier a 4/4. This card just does so much work. I love the art too. The horse looks really, really good. And now we're at 17, our opponent's at 8. We've kind of re-stabilized our board. We've got this Angel Fire Ignition in the graveyard to cast again soon. And we'll see what they have in store for us. They've got a lot of cards in hand. Another Awakener makes sense. They can eat the zombie. Anything else? And another bait hit angler. Okay. And a siege zombie. Wow. Our opponent really dumped their hand there. Siege zombie was a good draw for us, though. Because I think I want to use the Elementalist to pick up the Angel Fire Ignition. So I get 2 more casts of it. So I think... And I don't want to attack this into their demon. I think Cavalier is going to be really good for us the longer the game goes. So I'm going to go Elementalist. Pick up that. Siege Zombie. And then we'll just chill. And they'll use their Siege Zombie to put me to 12. And then I'll use my Siege Zombie on my turn to put them to 7. Just with that one? Yeah, no blocks. And let's see what they do here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them cast that. That's exactly what I was going to say. And that's it. Okay. Put them to 7. Champion of the Perished. Well, let's go Ignition. Do I do this on the Cavalier to try to maximize damage? Or do I put it on a different creature to spread the love around? I think I'm going to do the Cavalier. This could be wrong. Yeah, and that's why it could be wrong. Yeah, we'll put it back on top of our deck, I think. And then we'll play Champion. Now we're pretty far behind, though. They get to drain us for 2... Or twice, yeah. Drain us twice here. Yeah, and we're pretty far behind now. Going to be tough to win from here, I think. I guess they kind of need to be careful to not just randomly die on the backswing. But they should be able to do that. Yeah, we just needed them to not have another piece of interaction. We haven't drawn any interaction. I guess this kind of counts, but not really. If I were them, I'd want to attack with this Awakener too. I don't know why they wouldn't. Maybe I should have bottomed the Cavalier, now looking at what I'm going to do next turn. Because I'm going to Angel Fire Ignition. Block. Let's do this. I'm at 5. I'm basically at 3. So let's see. I can Ignition the Commando. Make it a 5/3 and smash. Gain 5. I think that's the plan this turn. Ah, they found another something. Well, that probably... Or that does just kill us. Shoot. Well, we had a good run. A little sad with how that last game went. And that's when Angel Fire Ignition can be awkward, right? They just had removal spells multiple times to deal with our stuff, and we couldn't find any removal. And then they drew a bunch of cards, thanks to their Ecstatic Awakeners. So they just out-card advantaged us, and we still got kind of close to killing them. But that's going to be it from me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you next time.